Shemai Elite Dangerous Chums, today we are going to do the Hutton Orbital Speedrun. For those who don't know, it's the one of the longest stations from the arrival star in the game at 0.21 light years, and it's one where we all want to get there and we want to find that Hutton mug, which we will gain once we arrive. I'm just looking at the damage. See, we're going to have a look at that at the end to see how much damage we do in doing this Hutton run. So I'll show you the build to start off with, but this is the Mandalay. Now I've got a review of this. It's the best explorer in the game. Check the description if you want to see that review. It's an honest review where I've done a decent bit of exploring, mainly from an exobiology perspective, and what we're going to look at is outfitting, not at our carrier. Bit exhausted. Right, so nothing in weapons or utilities, and we don't need heat sinks where we're going with this one. Lightweight alloys, heavy duty, armored. Well, it's an overcharged power plant with thermal spread to give you an idea of how that goes. Thrusters 4D. Now this is going to be a schoolboy error. I should have put in at least a 5D on there, I reckon. And frame shift drive at 5A SCO. Life support 4D, that should be lightweight, but it isn't. Power distributor, engine focused, that is probably not going to save me. Lightweight scanner, and all that, but the rest of it is fuel tanks. So, well, pretty much. So we've got everything's a fuel tank there except for autofill maintenance. We don't need that. And what we need in there, if it's arrived, which it probably hasn't. Oh, there it is. Cargo rack, because we're going to get some Hutton mugs. That's why we're going there. Also, one thing I have to talk about with the thrusters is that dirty drive, you can only do a class 1 and a 4D because of the optimal mass. Right, so let's do the run. So I'll talk you through what the run involves, and there is actually a list of commanders that have done this. Now, to give you an idea, and before the Super Cruise Overdrive drives, the SCL drives were released, the fastest was like 1 hour and 22, something like that. But now we've got down to 24 minutes, which we're trying to beat. Watch the boost, right? 350. Now, my 5A's Dirty Drive G5 go to 550. Obviously, the G5, but these only go G1, so yeah, it's going to be a bit annoying when I arrive if I lose time, which I will do. And what we're going to do, we're going to boost to the star. Now, for the official world record, what we need to do to qualify, we need to jump into the Hutton system, which I hope this qualifies. I've not got a fuel scoop. I could put a 1A fuel scoop on, but I'm not going to bother. But what I am going to do is jump to the star. I'm going to start there, and then we're going to see how it goes. So let's get to the star. While we're doing that, let's find it. So it is all the way out here, 0.2 light years for the mug. So we're going to align. So imagine that we've just jumped into the system. We're going to start our clock based on alignment. So we've jumped in, we've scooped, blah blah blah, scoopy scoop scoop, and then we're going to do the jump. So hang on. We get the stopwatch out, and then we're going to accelerate. 3, 2, 1, go! Super Cruise Overcharge is activated. And you'll see quite quickly why we're using this ship rather than any other ship, because it gives me time to talk. And you'll see why we don't need heat sinks. I've got hands off now, so that's how stable it is in Super Cruise Overdrive. We're 20 seconds in, we're 0.21 light years away. Can I remember how fast when we need to turn it off? I don't really remember, but we'll just try and figure it out when we get there. Now, I've got a list of things to talk about while we're on the way, and dependent upon how long it takes. The world record is 24 minutes by Iran. But while we're on the subject of the Mandalay, what do you think for your build for the Mandalay? Do you like the 5A thrusters, or do you go for the 4D or 5D? I'd probably go for the 5D because of that the dirty drive tuning. Although maybe a lot of that is the mass because of all the fuel tanks in. Drop it in the comments if you know why, because I didn't check it out without the fuel tanks. Maybe they count as mass. It's assuming full fuel tanks. But what we've got coming up in Elite Dangerous is going to be quite exciting. We've got the Cobra Mark IV as far as new ships are concerned. Mark V, sorry, not Mark IV. Cobra Mark V. It's a medium ship, which I find a little bit disappointing. I hoped it was going to be a small portion. Can we have a small ship, please? It is exciting 'cause it's a Cobra, but I'd just like the Cobra Mark III. I don't see how I'm going to be as excited about the Mark V, but it obviously will be better because it'll have native supercruise on it. But I really want a small exobiology ship for a future ship. Now, the Mandalay is very good, don't get me wrong, and you can even land it in the mountains, but nothing beats the Viper Mark IV. The Eagle is my favourite, and of course the stock Sidewinder. But it's immense. We've got 0.19 light years. So new ships. What about large ships? Have you got any ideas for large ships? I really haven't, because the only way you can improve large ships is kind of ruining the whole concept by making them more manoeuvrable, which I can't think of a situation where I'd really want that to happen, to bring bring a balanced ship ultimately. But I suppose I'm out of ideas for large ships. You got the mining, you got the trucking, you've got the combat, the overpowered combat with ship launch fighters, that kind of perspective. But honestly, all the ships that are available in the game seem to do it for me. But then again, I thought that about the Mandalay. I thought this wasn't going to be needed because it's a medium-sized ship. I thought what we really needed was a long-distance, small ship that's great for exobiology. So that's I suppose that's new ships. The main thing that people are looking out for is going to be this base building, or it's some form of base building where it's probably not your own base, is it? I think it's building just Coriolis star stations at random planets, but they've got to be within a certain distance of an existing station or habited area, I'm assuming. So it's going to be a bit odd, but it'll be interesting. And so for me, I'm not saying I'm excited about it because I'm keeping my wits dulled, because I don't want to get excited and build it up to be something great and then to be disappointed. But the ships for me have been the glory of the last year in Elite Dangerous. They've really nailed it with just about every ship. I've not driven the Type 8 yet, but I imagine that is also an excellent ship. We're on 3 minutes 40, we've got loads of time. So I think the ships by far, and I've always thought you couldn't put new ships in the game, but then I was assuming there wasn't going to be a SCO drive. So the only reason those ships are excellent is because of the SCO stability and what that offers. And this particular ship with exobiology and all that is an excellent ship as well. And the Python 2, that's another SCO, and a good alternate. But I suppose the Python 2 could be less of an argument, but it's just a native super cruise overcharge, which I suppose is going to be the way of things. Base building. So Powerplay. So we've done base building. We've done the Cobra Mandalay. I've got a list here. Powerplay 2. Have we talked about that? I've not done enough of Power. I was going to do a video on it. I built a Python Mark 1 that was semi-combat, go around and do multi-purpose business. It did work really well for doing those the first 4 tasks that you have to do, but then it just seems that everyone's going around getting the rare goods, doing the loop. That's because that's the optimum way of doing it. I tried combat, and people are saying combat is very good as well, and as good as anything else, but I really didn't find that at was it 20 or 30 credits per kill, and it just didn't seem fast enough. My combat skills aren't good enough or something, I don't know. But I tried it in an overpowered ship as well. It still seemed to be the same kind of business. So yeah, it's an interesting one, Powerplay 2. I've pledged to Antal. So you look at the Powerplay. Let's have a look at Antal while we're doing that. Engineers, no. Sorry, I was up early this morning. So you had Urigram, Antal. So you got these assignments. When you first pledge, you got to do these assignments, transport to stuff, collect bounties, blah blah blah. It just takes a while and a bit too long, to be honest. The merits you get as well, it's really big. So let's have a look at your loyalty. Is it? I'm at rank 2, right? Rank 2 with 4,400 merits. That's about 4 hours of gameplay. That's how bad it was, but how inefficient I am maybe. And you want all these ranks up here to start getting some good stuff, like all these unlocks where they say 30%. I got 20% rebuy cost when killed. That's good if I'm in the system owned by my power. But all the good ones are up here. It's like, look at that, organics data at 15%. And you're only 340,000 at that point. It's really up at 95 to max out that organics, I think it is. Just to give you an idea of that one, if you're thinking of pledging, that's going to take you a very long time. Although some people have done it, you know, and they've done it the normal way without cheating, and that there are some cheats as well. So it's, yeah, Powerplay is, I find it difficult because I don't have time. I'm trying to do my best for the videos and the channel. If I'm going to do it for the channel, I'm going to do it for the channel rather than for gameplay, because I'm just not, honestly, it just didn't engage me. If you enjoy it, I recommend you go and try it definitely for yourself. Don't listen to my experience, because a lot of people do enjoy it. What I should do now is have a cup of tea though. But my experience is it just takes too long. I've already unlocked all the modules. The only benefit is that exobiology doodah, but you know, it's not, 30% really isn't that big for the amount of effort you'd have to put in. In fact, I've not done a spreadsheet, but I'm pretty sure that you may as well just carry on doing exobiology and make money that way, rather than do that if you're just going to do it for the extra bonus. So let's have a drink of tea. For the ASMR, have a cup of tea. Get a bit tired. Try not to damage the microphone, chum. Come on. That's my left hand there pouring. Left hand's pretty solid. I mean, so's the right. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the right. The right's holding the cup. They're both doing important jobs there. I don't discriminate between my hands. Not that you can see that. I'd do a face reveal video if I could be bothered. But I've already got a channel with my face on it from the get-go, so maybe I can link that in if you're interested in seeing my face. But it's not that interesting, my face. It's just a face like anybody else, any other white male face. There you go. So what were we talking about? Ship interiors we got to. Oh, I mean, I've been doing a series of videos which I have actually been enjoying, which is why I keep doing it. I don't do it because I feel it's purposeless. And some people have enjoyed the videos, so if you say that, I am going to continue doing it, even if you're one person, because I like doing the videos as well. Just have a drink. It's a bit hot, so you got to sup over it, so you drag an airflow over it as well as the tea. Sorry, I'm getting too close to the microphone there. I'll get the drink. Listen. Sorry, I did that in an exaggerated fashion, but I also didn't burn the roof of my mouth or tongue, so that's pretty good. Ship interiors, yes. Now with those videos, what I'm talking about, and what I kind of wish I had more subscribers and that, so that FDev would listen, because what the ship interiors that are already available in the game are really, really good. To me, they're just what I want. I don't want anything more than that. But I could see how easy it would be if you could use those ship interiors to add an extra unit to it, like a camp bed kind of area with a shower cubicle that's also a toilet with a hole in it which you wee and poo into, for example. So yeah, I think there is potential there for ship interiors to be used, and you could even add like a little room on it, like a captain's bunk thing, not like the luxury cabins. There's too many classes of cabins. That's probably too much of an ask to design it that way. But you could have a room with something like that, like just a little functional room with a rest area or something like that. And you could. The problem is you're flying in space, so I don't anticipate you'll be able to get out of the ship and fly if they were going to ever have ship interiors. That would be cool if you could. Awesome, yes, and crash as well. But most likely it'll be if you're docked at a planet or at a starport. That would be, for me, the cream of the crop, and I would like to see it, but only under the condition that it doesn't take a massive amount of effort, not a lot of resources are dragged into, because honestly I wouldn't use it a lot. There are some videos. There's a commander, I can't remember his name, but there's a link in some of my videos, and I'll try and put it in all the videos of his ship interiors. He's designed his own ship interiors. Just having a bit of hands on stick there, and I'm not making any difference to it, am I? 10 minutes we're in now. So he's done some really good videos to show you how easy, so I suppose how easy it is for one person to produce it. So with more resources thrown at it, you could see how proper ship interiors could be put in the game, but that's one guy, and I'm sure there's all sorts of things that can go wrong. It would take a lot of resources, I think, to get every ship in the game, because you can't just do it to one ship. Or maybe you can do it to one ship. I don't know. It's difficult. I haven't talked about politics, have I? Because the Prime Minister of America, they've got a new one coming in called Donald Trump. And I wonder, right, which one is the best? The best American Prime Minister? Is it Donald Trump or is it Ronald Reagan? Drop that in the comments. Which one's the best out of those two? And if you want to add an additional, tell me who your favourite is. And you could even tell me why you think whichever one is the best. But if you're British, then you probably don't care, or you do care. I think a lot of British people do care who the Prime Minister of America is. But if you're British, which one is the best out? Let's think of an equivalent. The best out of these, out of two Prime Ministers, it's got to be Maggie Thatcher, the Iron Lady. It's got to be, just because of sinking the Belgrano. And the Belgrano was actually an American ship that got sank originally at Pearl Harbor, you know. I can't remember the name of the ship, but it got sunk, but it was one of the fortunate ones that they refloated. Not the one that's currently sunk there as a graveyard, with a lot of debate about that one. Can't remember the name of that one that is sunk there. But yeah, I don't know, it's up to the families, I think, to decide that one, and people who are affected by that kind of thing. But yeah, Maggie Thatcher. So you got Maggie Thatcher, the milk snatcher. She's called that because we used to get milk at primary school, but now you don't because she snatched it. Which, from a vegan perspective, is excellent. She's the best vegan, one of the best vegan prime ministers ever. It's got to be one of two in my mind. The recent one is Boris Johnson, BJ. He has got to be an equivalent, but as with regards to Prime Minister, I suppose he's not properly an equivalent because he's a bit of an idiot guy. You know, he just talks a lot of nonsense and makes a lot of lies. There's always some kind of bending of the truth, isn't there? But for me, it's got to be the pig guy. It's got to be the pig guy, Dave Cameron. And if you want to know why I'm calling him the pig guy, there's a Bullingdon Club thing. This is a posh club. Is it Oxford, Oxbridge, one of them? Oxbridge is Oxford, Cambridge. I assume it's Oxford because that's the posher one, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. But he did something with a pig's head to be precise, and his witch. So, yeah, Dave Cameron. Anyway, that's politics. I'm not talking about, as you're aware, I'm not going in balls deep into it because I don't see the point in talking about rehashing. So don't talk about that. Don't talk about your feelings either end of the fence. It's irrelevant now. Let's talk about TV series. What's your favourite TV series right now? Because currently, I'm trying to watch, I'm not sponsored by Amazon Prime, Fallout, because I got my partner got a free trial for Amazon Prime, so it's only a week's trial, so I'm trying to watch all of them, and they're hourly episodes, and it's Fallout from the computer game by Bethesda. The one that I've actually installed it on the hard drive, because I didn't have hard drive space before, but I haven't had time to even load it up. I played the game, I can't remember what the name of the other one is now, but there's two of them that are both look like Megadeth dystopias. Fallout is the one with the nuclear war dystopia based on an alternate 1950s, isn't it? I think as if they all went for it with the nukes. So need some more tea. More tea, Vicar. We're at 14 minutes. We can still do this. I think we're going to fail based on my capability of get out of Super Cruise, or remember to get out of Super Cruise, as in the orbit of doom, or it's going to be the thrusters. We've got Docastum. There is some achievables right now. All of them are achievable right now. But you've also got down into 28 minutes, Tanefa, or Totally Not a Demon is there as well. I'm going to use this video, of course, as my submission for the official Hutton Run. I don't know if they'll allow it because I didn't actually video the bit where I dropped into the star, because that obviously happened before I came from but they can see I started at the star. It's kind of irrelevant really, but they could add a 10-second penalty, I don't know. We've got seconds as well. It's in minutes and whole seconds, which is the way I like to do it. It's the way I do in GTA. I do like GTA, you do off-roading up Mount Chiliad. I do off-roading up Mount Chiliad, and I've got a timing run. I'm a bit rusty on that because of Elite Dangerous over the last year. But I do it to the nearest second, which for that, you're talking. Well, oh no, I can't even remember the times now. Christ on the bike. Seconds, isn't it? Seconds. Seconds count in decimals of seconds. But on this one, I don't think it'll be too much matter in decimals of seconds. But we will try and get it if I can press stop at the correct time. Because I'm obviously landing manually, not auto-dock. Auto-dock is, of course, something I've not had on any ship. Initially, I had auto-dock on the cutter because I couldn't dock it. It's all about the orientation, because it was dipped too far forward or backward, and I didn't realise because I didn't. I don't think. I honestly don't think I went through the cutter in 3D in VR until I started doing a view from the ship series, a view from a bridge series. So yeah, it's an amazing interior, but there are more favourite ones for large ships. I think maybe it's one of my least favourite large ships. I mean, it looks amazing if you like that kind of thing, but it seems a little bit sparse. It has a lot of space with no reason for the space, if that makes sense. It's just meant to be grandiose, isn't it? Okay. More tea. I'm beginning to be a bit hiccupy now. Too much tea, mate. I had a pot of tea. I've been drinking too much tea. I gave up tea for ages and now started again. It's like, it's bad when you're relying on that. But as a shift worker, you'll know. I remember when I was doing 24/7 365 shifts back in the good old days of Doom. And there's this Scotch guy, and he used to drink... No, he didn't drink tea at all, ever. And I was so inspired by him not drinking tea, especially on the night shifts, that I committed to it, and I only drank water. And I learned how to do it. I learned myself, you can do it. You can get through an entire night shift just on water, tap water, it's fine. Until it took me a while to realise that he'd been drinking Coke all along. And I only noticed, I'm like, oh, but Jesus, he'd been drinking Coke all this time. And here's me like an idiot, not drinking tea. So obviously there's caffeine in the Coke. That's why they don't let the kids drink it. But they do, don't they? And I mean, I don't have kids to tell. They don't listen to me. I mean, if I tell them not to drink Coke, they'll drink Coke. They'll do the opposite. So I have to tell them to drink lots of Coke, drink obese amounts of Coke, and then, yeah, reverse psychology. Okay, we're at 1.9 now, and we're not far off. What did we say? I said 5,000 light seconds, I think it is. I don't know. I did a short practice run. I estimated it's about 5,000 to come out of Super Cruise. I'm assuming I remember how to come out of Super Cruise. I'm not going to press anything on joystick. I was about to do a D-scan, but now I suddenly realise I think I know what the button is. But, you know, I've been in it for so long. I've been in it for 18 minutes now on this run. And there's another channel that does this, who I was inspired by. I wasn't inspired by, I just Googled it, because I always knew I was going to do it on this ship. Because look at that, you've got 4.2 pretty much C, and it's at 54% heat. And that's an overcharged power plant. People tell me about my builds with the overcharged power plant. Oh no, I think that was G2, was it? You go back to the video, have a look at it. So I didn't need a massive overcharge. And they say, oh, you can't do that because of the heat. Look at that, 54% or SCO, max heating you're ever going to get. So it makes a damn bit of difference. No damn bit of difference. Doing all your heat efficient stuff for heat reasons on this ship, completely pointless, mate. Because my other build, which is armoured power plant, okay, I don't think it's heat efficient, but it's not overcharged. And that armoured power plant, I was firing the weapons off, and it was overheating all over the shop. Don't make a bit. I thought it was going to be awesome with railguns. I'm going to do a combat build. I have done a combat build. I'm probably going to do a combat build video. But I'll be honest, in the video, if I do it, I need to get some good combat video. But at the moment, I'm just not having enough good days to get the combat videos off, if that makes sense. Sometimes you're just not in it. I went in doing, for the first time in about, it's been a couple of weeks, I swear it is, doing AX. I went in doing AX yesterday night. Oh, that was a stupid idea. I was up till like, I was up at 5 for my shift. So I went to bed. It wasn't midnight. It was nearly midnight though. So yeah, my AX skills are rubbish, and I even got blown up. There was lag. There's a lot of lag these days, isn't there? Because there's so many players that have been drawn to the game since Powerplay 2 came out, and I still don't know why. But if people are positive about Powerplay 2, woe be it for me. If I don't like it, but if you do, that's fine. I'm not going to argue with you, but don't argue with me, right? If you're on Reddit and I say I don't like it, don't argue with me saying, yes, you do like it. That's a stupid argument. Just maybe ask me why I don't like it, but I always explain it on the Reddits, why I don't like things. You know, maybe I ain't good at giving it enough time. Maybe I'm not in the right crew. I joined a clan for it or whatever, but they don't seem super active and there's not the communication. But so drop your group if you're in Antel or whatever, or if you're in a different one. Tell me why I should join your Powerplay. I'm at 0 level. Level 3 was that? It's ridiculous. 24 minutes we're in to the video. 21 minutes. So we've not Oh, we're not. I don't think we're going to get there. We've got 1.1 now. I feel like I need to drink all my tea. You know, when I'm on shift, I start early in the morning. Sometimes I'll drink my tea and I'll leave a little bit at the bottom and forget all about it because it's so busy. I'm going up and down and trying to smash stuff out. And then I come to drink it because I've just remembered I've got tea, and I drink it and it's dirt cold, and it's ice cold, and you're like, ugh, and you want to vom. Actually, I've stopped. The thing is, I'm so used to doing that, I don't actually want to vomit anymore. So that's a complete lie. But I did used to want to vom from drinking cold tea. Sometimes I had that kind of gag reflex thing going on. Okay, we're getting there. I'm gonna get hold of the stick again now. I'm gonna pay attention to the stick. See how amazing is that? It's done it itself. You could go AFK on this build. You really could. How the hell does that work? How does the jitter not move it out of the way? Yeah, we talked about all the TV series. Oh, the other thing about Elite Dangerous I've got on my list is faster module travel. There was they put out a post asking if you would be interested in faster module and weapons travel, or was it ship travel? Like, you know, when you're ordering if you're doing engineering, that would be awesome if you could. Like, I send my carrier to the place, but if I had fast travel, that would be the dream, honestly, because it saves carrier time and carrier juice. And I cocked up my combat build because with the Mandalay, I put manual pulses rather than the gimbaled. That's how tired I was. I did check, but I obviously didn't check with a brain. But it happens, you know. We all make mistakes. We're nearly at Hutton Orbital. I've never been to Hutton Orbital before. When we arrive there as well, we're gonna buy some mugs. We're gonna buy some Hutton brandy or whatever it is. And we're going to get some Hutton spliffs if they're legal. I mean, I'm not going to drink the Hutton spliffs. Sorry, drink the spliffs? How do you drink a spliff? I'm not going to smoke the Hutton spliffs because obviously winners don't use drugs. And I'm obviously a massive winner. I am. I've got some people who watch my channel every now and then, so it's a form of victory, and I'm going to take that because you have to. And after the week at work I've had, I can take that as a victory. Positive feedback from the customer today. Always a win when they do that. And react. It was proactive feedback. I never asked them. Okay, we're at 24. We're at 24 minutes, and we're not going to win them. They're at 24 and 21. So it's not even the thruster thing. How amazing is that? I really thought we were going to get close. That was August the 12th, 2024. August the 12th. I don't know. Maybe there's a better build out there. Maybe I got too many fuel tanks. Look at the fuel gauge going down. That's the other thing I've not talked about throughout this entire thing. The amazing thing about the ship is the fuel. You know, it drains at a really slow rate. It is a phenomenal ship. So that is the Hutton Orbital Run, isn't it? Really. But we've not finished yet. I'm going to show you how you land it. I've got no shields. If I blow up in the slot, well, to hell with it. You know, as he would say, the man himself, Arnold Schwarzenegger. What a guy. Is he still the commander of California or whatever it is, that political job he does? He does something like that, doesn't he? I've got my finger ready. We're 2:30. We want to think about it when we get to 10. We want to really worry about it when we get towards 5. We want to hit it and not hit it too late. So, yeah, the faster module travel should be... I want it, but I don't know if they're going to do it. People are complaining because they're even asking the question, but for me, quality of life, that would actually work for me. I wouldn't mind if they charged me a bit extra money as well. I don't care. It's fine. But perhaps more important, I still want more module space. 24, but you're always going to use it up no matter how much you get, don't you? But I need a better way of searching where I've dropped things. So I've had 3A prismatic shields. I can't find a single damned one of them. I'm sure I left some out as well. I don't know whether the game's just destroyed them or what. We're at 40, 30. We're coming down to 20, coming down to 10. Get ready, and we're off. No, it's a loop of shame. Is it loop of shame? Have we made it? Are we on Super Cruise Assist? Well, that's pretty good. 25 minutes and 26 minutes coming up. I don't know. I mean, it's probably better than that. You can do better than that. I'm sure you can do better than that. That is life. 26. Well, I'll figure it out once we land exactly what we get. But we're now in Super Cruise Assist, and we're just going to do that. and wait for it to smash it out. It's a speed run. I didn't say I was any good at speed runs. I didn't say I particularly cared either. But while we're waiting, I'm just going to pour myself some more tea for the ASMR, is it? Two hands. I mean, it's not bubble tea, it's standard tea. It's standard tea. It's actually got some Lapsang Souchong mixed up in it. But I've run out of Lapsang Souchong now, which is really depressing. But I need to stop drinking tea, so that's good. It's gonna all this cheap. I'm drinking cheap tea bags, so don't drink cheap tea. Basically, it stains your teeth for a start and stains your mug. That's all the tannins, but there's got to be something dodgy about the processing. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Eyes down, looking. Look at the boost speed. Amazing. Where are we docking at, dude? My dude, we're at docking plant number 3. Where the hell's that, dude? Dude, where's my docking thing? I don't know where it is. Is it up top? It can't be. It's down here. 1. Where is it? Dude. Where's my dock? Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. We've got 27:45. We've got 27:45. We're going to be... Oh, come on, mate. Okay, that was 27:57, but it was more like 55 or 56 because, yeah, let's refuel. Look at all that fuel. Let's get down below. I've never been here before. This is going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. We're going to finish the video just by having a look around what is actually in Hutton Orbital that's so amazing. I'm going to make the most of it because a lot of people may not make it. 27 and what is it? 57 seconds. I mean, that's what's on the actual clock. It was before then. They say when gears are down, when you... Let's have a look at the outside as well. Sorry, mate. Get out. Get out. Get out. I want to go... Let's have a look outside. Sorry. Let's have a look at what it's done to my plane. It's my space plane. Look at this. This is it. You saw how much damage I'd done. Not a lot of damage. Not a lot of damage. This is what Super Cruise Assist does to your ship. So it looks like I'm a solid explorer, which I'm really not. You know, I've not done solid exploring that belays. That's like as bad as when I went to Sagae and back. Maybe not as bad as that. It seems it's pretty much a kind of a Sagae Colonia kind of travel. That. Let's see what we can buy. First off, and then we'll get out. We'll dismount. I want to buy some mugs. Commodities market. Let's buy the Hutton mug. Centauri Mega Gin. Look at this. Amazing. We can buy 2 mugs. We can buy 1 mug. We can buy 1 Mega Gin. I'm gonna get some more doodah. Oh, hang on. I'm full. My fuel tanks are full. Does that mean I can sell it? Does that mean I can't sell I can literally not sell my fuel tank? Oh, that's Mega Gin. That's it. Centauri Mega Gin. There we go. We got our mug. We got our gin. What else is there in this place? There's got to be something amazing. Surely, it's got to be. So that's my build. If you found this video useful, do drop a like and a subscribe. There's more stuff like that. I'll try and do more stuff. If this video is really useful for you, then you got any suggestions for other videos that I could do of a similar variety, then do let me know. And if you wanted me to do some streaming, I don't know. I still don't know about that. 1, I've never done streaming before. 2, you need to set up a regular day, and I just don't have that kind of life where I can commit to a regular day for streaming. We're on Pioneer Services. What have we got? Oh, have we got some good stuff in there? Let's have a look at it. Can I have let me browse your stock. Oh, look at that. They've all... This is a Friday. This is the day after. Oh, hang on. A Karma P15. We've already got a G3 one of them. So if you want to go down to Hutton Orbital, you got a G3 version of that. Suits. I've already got the best suits anyway, but there's nothing there. Never mind. I was expecting something amazing. I really was. So that is my Hutton run. Are you going to do your Hutton run now? It will only take you 27 minutes of talking to yourself and pretending you're doing a video for YouTube. That's all it will take. How good is that? Super cheap.
I'm looking for someone with a gun.
Yeah, I bet you are. What? I thought she said I'm looking for someone with a gun to put inside of me. I don't know what that means. I'm hearing things. Sleep deprived, shift work, don't do it, boys and girls, men and women. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Check out my other videos on the Mandalay. There is a better video with regards to reviews of Mandalay, of course there is. This isn't a review video. But have a most excellent Friday, an excellent weekend, and let's look forward to the new ships, and let's try and be positive about Powerplay 2 if we possibly can, but drop your comments either way down below if you want to talk about that, and I'll be happy to discuss. Thank you for watching, everyone. Have a good one.